Hi, Siyana. Welcome to this interview about the process Who is Sin, Who Am I, Awareness Intensive that we both had the beautiful opportunity to learn as facilitators together. So, I would like to ask you, what is the Who is Sin or the Awareness Intensive for you?
Thank you for inviting me. It's very good to be with you. I feel this connection, this good feeling because you were together in this training, and it's very beautiful to be together. I already miss it. This process for me is very special. The first time I did, I don't remember exactly, but some something like 25 years ago, I was in the first Who is in, or maybe a little bit more, I don't remember exactly, and was life changing for me. It was something really special to participate. I had no idea how it was, and I went to like thinking was a another group like many others that I was doing at that time. Osho has left the body, and many sannyasis was around the world spreading the groups. And then was really a big surprise for me to face this koan who is in, and to jump into this journey of self-discovering that I feel is no there is no end for it for me. Because since that time I have been practicing many times. I stay some time not doing it, and then I came back. So for me is I can say that I am a bit addicted to this process. And I can go on forever exploring this. I feel it's a group that everybody in the world should do once at least. That's that's the way I see this group.
What would you say that this could be something, this should be something that people should do at least once in their life? Why is that?
Because it's an opportunity to see yourself from a perspective that we don't learn to see ourselves in the way we discover in this group, no? We are totally focused in who we are as a worker, as a person, as a wife, as a daughter, but in the essence, if we take out everything like this, if you forget our stories, our past, our fears, our desires, who I am. This is something that we all should ask ourselves and to explore at least once in life.
Mm.
That's why I
Yeah,
feel it's very important.
yeah. And what brought you to the process? What drove you to say? I remember you saying, "Okay, I thought I was just doing a group," and so what brought you to the process?
So
What
in the
drove you?
beginning, you mean
Yeah.
this first time? Because I was married that time, and my husband at that moment he went to the group, and then he came home and he said, "You need to go. It's something amazing." And he didn't say anything. He said, "I cannot tell you anything. You need to go." And then he said, "You need to go. You need to go." And I trust him, and I went, and it was like, ooh.
Mm.
And for me, since I was not green in meditation. I was doing Osho groups already. I was 29, 28 at the time. I don't remember exactly. But I can say that was my first real experience in meditation. I really understood what meditation is. I was totally present. I was like, for the first time, I felt I was in a vertical dimension. So it
Yeah.
was life changing in a way.
Yeah, I can see that. And just for the sake of the listeners, this awareness intensive was shared by Osho's followers, and it was spread as awareness intensive around the world. And it comes from the enlightenment intensive that Charles Bernard once did. And that's why it was a spread like in the Osho communities as well. Um, and when so you were saying that in the you felt like in the vertical and life changed. It was a life changing experience for you. Could you talk? Could you tell us like what changed? What changed after that that experience?
Yes, it took some time for me to understand because was working after and after and after. So for me, was many different things I experienced in that group. First, because I was so open that I had no idea, and then when I saw that I was in a very structured group and people were saying to me what to do and when to do things, and I could not choose, and I was feeling free. Free. That was something very different from my idea. I thought about being free is to choose whatever I want, to do what I want, because I was very young. And then when I was free to thinking about what to do, I was just there doing what I should do. I felt this freedom of just being instead of putting my whole attention in the mind. So this was something very important in my life in that moment. I understood that maybe I was seeing life from a different perspective. So this was something very important. Also, this, like I said, about meditation to really, because I was doing meditation, practicing, and it was for me sometimes was like, oh my God, it's so difficult, dynamic, and Kundalini. I was like struggling, and from that moment, I felt the beauty of the meditation, the beauty of really being present in the moment, not trying to finish the meditation, waiting for the 15 minutes, waiting for the next step. I was really enjoying to meditate. So this was also very important and life changing in a way. And also the ideas about myself. I was a young woman. I had this idea that my personality, I have a strong personality. I'm this, I'm that. I think this, I want this, I like this. And that moment was like, wow, I can be anything. These ideas I have, maybe they are not mine. Maybe I learned from someone else. So it was also so many things. It was very strong experience in my life, and I had an experience like I can say a mini satori. Like days after, I was walking in the street in the downtown, and then I lost the borders of my body. I was like in a very strong experience in the middle of nothing. I was just happened by itself. So I also felt, wow, even my body is not exactly the way I think. So it was open many doors for me.
Yeah, so that speaks of the power of this retreat. It can carry on after the process is finished, and probably once we have experienced it, sometimes it never stops. Yeah, you also mentioned about meditation. Would you say that it's meditative state, or how would you describe this this direct experience with yourself and meditation at the same time?
Yeah, I had a very strong experience in dynamic during this group. That was a meditation I was not really connected in the beginning. For me, it was very tiring. I had many ideas about, and then I had a very beautiful experience. I was totally present during the meditation, especially in this talk. I was like just watching everything. So for me, it was, and then once you have this experience, you really are there, you remember forever, and you can come back to to this experience when it's true, because then the mind cannot say, I was not true, because you have the experience. Once you really have, then it's part of you. So this is also very important. And you shared a little bit about this change of enlightenment intensive to awareness intensive that Osho brought, and I felt was very good, because in the beginning, even Osho sannyasis, they had this desire to have a satori. That was like that. You go to the group to have a satori. Huh? And this was, I think, was something that creates many expectations
Mm.
that could, in a way, be in the way. And for me, I had no idea. So I went to totally open to whatever. I had no expectation. I have no idea what I am doing here. So it was nice because I have also in the end of the group I went to in a laughter that was beyond. I was very serious at the time. So for me it was like what's happening? I could not stop laughing, and I had no idea about what was happening. So it was nice, really nice.
Mm. So, just for the sake of the listeners, the structure is supported by dynamic meditations, and this is the dynamic meditation that you're speaking about. Um, Beautiful, yeah. So, when you said what happened after, actually, what happened after those powerful experiences in your life was something that changed in your personality, was something that changed in your day-to-day life. How did it impact your life? This first contact with yourself or with this experience that you lived during the awareness intensive.
Yeah, like I said, things were unfolding for months and years. Huh? I changed many things in my life, and it's nice because uh, I was very impulsive in the some changes that I had to come back after because I was not really ready to do it. But I was so sure that I did need to change many things, but was a bit how can I say this, impulsive changes, but they happen after. Huh? Took some time, but my whole life changes in a way. Huh? I changed my way of living, my partners, my work. But the most important, I feel, was this to recognize myself that okay, I am here. There is something in me that is beyond my ideas about myself. Huh? And another thing that was very beautiful, and I didn't have know at the time. In the same week I did this group, I met Swaha, Vasant Swaha, that is, now is my master. He went to Porto Alegre, my city, to offer a group, and I went to this evening they offer, and that time they had a free evening for you to be in touch with the person. And I met him, and I was like very impressed. But I was so full of problems to solve in my life that I was not able to join the group. But I was open. I just came out of the group. I was very open, so I felt him very strongly in my heart, and the seed was there. And so many
Mm.
many years after, I went to a retreat with him, and then I stay forever. I'm still
Hmm.
here. So it was also something very beautiful that happened. I mean,
Yeah. Would you say
that
that these changes came from a more authentic place? Because when we encounter um, the blocks of the mind, something changes. And would you say that that's the connection that you had, that you were more connected to yourself and to what's really true for you?
yeah, in the beginning was very difficult because I was more able to see what I was not. So it was a mess. And
Mm.
I had no, I didn't have a group that I could be together, or someone who follow me, or in a way. That's, I
Hmm.
feel, is very good to have a community,
Yeah.
because then you can share these things. And I was very alone in that moment. So in the beginning it was like a mess. My ideas about myself were like disappearing, and then who am I? Who am I? But there is
Mm.
also very connected with this authenticity, mm, to this being natural. That is something that is very strong for me in my journey, to be natural. How is to be me? This is something I'm learning every day. I still
Mm.
don't know how is to be
Hmm.
me, naturally, authentic, and free of the my projection. This is the learning of this work for me. But first you
Mm.
see the projects, and then sometimes it's a bit, wow, my God. You need
Yeah.
to be courageous to search for yourself. This I feel is people ask me sometimes what people needs to join this group. There is some kind of thing that people needs to be or to do, and I feel it's more in this willingness to know themselves and to be courageous because we're gonna meet many things in the way. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And one of the things of the awareness intensive is, yes, this opportunity to have a direct experience with ourselves, but it's probably not just the only thing. Would you say that there is more things that this retreat could offer?
Yeah, there is another thing that I feel is very important for me that I love is to learn how to listen.
Mm.
Listen the other, to be present, to really be there listening and being in touch with another human being from uh, clear space.
Mm.
Because I see in my life that many times I am talking with someone that I love or a friend, but I am also always trying to bring my point of view and talk about myself and not really being there listening people. So in this work, I learn a lot about this, to be open, to let go the ideas I have about the other, and to be there, just there for this person. And then there's also love that comes from
Mm.
this. I feel it's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, into my yeah, of course, I 100% it resonates to my experience as well. I also noticed that it gives us an opportunity to explore ourselves, like how the mind works, how our mind works. Um, it's a full exploration of who we are, not just in the surface. Would you agree to that, or what would you say?
Of course, of
Mm.
course, I totally agree with you. Is super strong this to see ourselves from many perspectives and going deeper and deeper and deeper in this exploration, even about the way we function, the way the mind function. It's not that we go there to have a beautiful experience. We go there to be ourselves with everything that is part of us. And for me, this is also very beautiful in my experience. This to bring my mind together, to to integrate and to accept everything, to not reject anything. This is a learning that I feel is we go deeper and deeper when we go on doing this work, to accepting ourselves like we accept someone else that we love, seeing all the the beauty and all the things are not so nice. So if I love someone, seeing the problems that this person have, why should I not love myself with everything that I am, including
Mm.
the ideas I don't like?
Hmm. Yeah. And if you had an invitation, or why would somebody would want to join an awareness intensive? I know that you are coming up with a retreat in Brazil right now, and you can talk us about. But if you had an invitation, how would you say it? How would you invite someone to join?
Yeah, I feel that everyone who have this primal question inside, who am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? Or should come to a group like this because is a chance to explore, like you said. We have been talking this everything that we talked is part of this, to see yourself, explore yourself beyond the ideas you have about yourself. Maybe you are not who you think you are, and then it's not really good to know it, or to expand the idea I have about myself, the experience of being me, to expand, and to be open. So in this way, I feel this group is like a shortcut to this. It's not a therapy group. It's like, okay, let's take out everything that is in the way and let's have a experience of ourselves in this moment, without needing to work and this and that and then to go to. Is like a shortcut.
Yeah, beautifully said.
And it's very
Can
simple in a way. It's very simple group.
yeah,
Huh?
definitely. It's simple and powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you talk us about more about the retreat that you're having in Brazil probably very soon?
Yeah, we will have from September 18 to 21st in the south of Brazil, here in Santa Catarina, in Mevlana Garden. That is a space that is our home because it's the place where Swaha have the retreats. It's a very beautiful place by the beach. And then we have these 3 days together in this a place is really invite us to go in. Uh, yeah, what to say? Me and Yamuna, we had this did this training with Ganga. Ganga is really something. She was the one being with Osho for so long and facilitating this group. And then we had one group in Norway in end of July that was really beautiful also, with many people from our community, but also people from outside the community. And Pramod was with us and was a great opportunity for us to be with him. And now we are offering here in Brazil. And in Brazil, nowadays, there is no who is in happening. So we feel that it's a good chance for to start again with this group here and to offer this group. Let's see how it will be. I feel it will be beautiful.
Yeah. So just for the
I'm
sake of
excited.
yeah, me too. I wish I was there with you. I saw the
Yeah, I
pictures.
would love to have you with us.
It looks beautiful around, like the river and the beach and the
Mhm.
nature around. It looks like a
Yeah,
lovely place.
the
Yeah.
beautiful temple that we're gonna work
Mm,
inside.
yeah. So just for the sake of the listeners, Pramod, Ganga, and all the names that we named there, they were our teachers during our training. So yeah, it's passing along what we were passed on. So that's beautiful to see you sharing it in Norway and in Brazil. And yeah, thank you so much, Siyana, for joining us today and wishing you a beautiful awareness intensive in Brazil and yeah,
Thank you very
continuous
much.
journey.
It was very nice that your questions that brought me again the aliveness of this process and why I am offering, why I am into this. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sienna.